Hello everyone, and welcome to an exciting half hour of answers and questions. Here we provide some knowledge and some nerve in this trivial game, known as trivia. Before we go on to this, I wanted to tell you all that after a long time with our 6 years of absence, we are finally back in business with a brand new set and new concepts, which you'll see some differences as the game progresses. Right now, you know our main differences is that our show used to be called Jeopardy, but now this is simply called Trivia. For one reason, this show is under the name that we all know and love. Secondly, that we named this program for the idea just to prevent some copyright issues under YouTube's community guidelines. So while we plan to continue to air our version of this show with many changes, the only thing that hasn't been altered is the gameplay. On behalf of this comeback program, I want to thank you all for the support that you have given us, and without you guys, this series wouldn't have lasted without you. So now that we're back, let's begin by introducing our players. The first player on the right is Eugene Kim, a journalist from Denver, Colorado. Our second player is David Washington, a TV broadcaster from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And our two-day champion, who's won $20,400 in our last program, Chase Lemon, a video game journalist from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Great seeing you all in here. We're looking forward to begin this game at the right time because this is the first time in 6 years we're providing different concepts to this game. For this first round, we have a special prize column that is associated to a subject that you choose. If you get a question right, you get the prize no matter what happens if you win or lose. If you spawn incorrectly, it will be wiped out on the remaining clue. And like in the original gameplay, there will be a bonus bet column in each round. But we've added a new column for those who will have the opportunity to earn a bonus for a correct question, which I'll explain when we get to it. I know you all feel comfortable knowing the similarities and the confidence you will have with this game. And on the last note to remember, your responses must be in the form of the question, as usual. With that said, let's begin ourselves with 5 subjects for this trivia round. We have children's literature, foreign words and phrases, toys and games, songs about Santa, and lastly, common bonds. As usual, our returning champ, Chase, will get to pick first.
I'm getting into the Christmas spirit, so why not go for songs about Santa for 100?
The title of this tune that follows the reason why you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. Eugene?
What is Santa Claus is Coming to Town?
Correct.
Songs about Santa for 200.
12-year-old Jimmy Boyd earned a fortune when he sees his mother doing this, hence the title song. David?
What is Kissing Santa Claus?
Correct.
300, please.
It's the only question Santa asked Rudolph to do this. Chase?
What is Won't You Guide My Sleigh Tonight?
That's right.
Santa for 400.
Song that was written about children who wrote letters to Santa Claus requesting what gifts they wanted for Christmas. Chase?
What is Blue Christmas?
Nope.
Oh!
Eugene?
What is Dear Santa?
That is it.
Songs about Santa for 500.
And what you just revealed is our first bonus bet column. You know I have $500, Eugene, so what's your pleasure?
Let's even up the dough. I'm betting $500.
500 it is. Here comes to music.
Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you.
Title song heard here that involves a girl who wants an exaggerated gift such as sables, yachts, and decorations from Tiffany's.
What is Santa Baby?
You're now up to 1,000. Well done.
Toys and games for 100.
Certainly. Stuffed animal that remained a popular gift for children at the beginning of time and can also become collectibles too. Eugene?
What is a teddy bear?
Of course.
200 on toys and games.
In Monopoly, it's the first part of the corner between Mediterranean and Boardwalk. Chase?
What is Go?
That's right.
Toys and games for 300, please.
Throughout the 50s, Joseph McVicker created this type of modeling clay for kids that was once used as a cleaning product for wallpapers. Eugene?
What is... a silly putty? I don't know.
No. Chase?
What is Play-Doh?
Of course. That's exactly like how it's supposed to work.
Didn't know where it was coming. Toys and games for 400.
And here comes our first surprise column. Now, with this surprise clue, anyone can come up with the correct question will receive a prize based on this answer. The very first electric train set ever created in 1901 by this company, who once did an animated flyer for a toy store window display. Chase?
What is Lionel?
You have won yourself a prize. Congratulations. With that said, Chase, you have won yourself a gift certificate to a great selection of model train sets manufactured by Lionel Trains. Now, how do you feel about winning a certificate like this?
Well, truth be told, I don't win a lot of certificates or anything like that, so heck, why not? I wouldn't mind winning the Lionel Train certificate. Couldn't hurt.
Well, you've won something for the first time, and I congratulate you. Now let's continue.
500, please.
And here we have our first cat in the bag column. Alright folks, here's how that works. Any player who founds this column will get to choose who will be forced to answer a visual clue by risking a $1,000 bonus off their scores. But you can also choose to answer yourself, so this involves strategy here. Chase, you found this column first, so you have two choices. You want to go for the $1,000 bonus, or you can choose one of your two opponents who will be forced to solve this visual clue. What would it be?
Well, with that 1,000 bonus in my pocket, I'll give it a shot at.
Sounds good, and I wish you the very best of luck to you, my friend. Here comes the visual. And let's see if you can reveal the hidden picture with this clue. The family card game Uno that was once created by a suburban Ohioan, which is now produced by this company.
What is Hasbro?
I'm sorry that it's not the company we're looking for. If you're familiar with the one that produced all the Barbie dolls for generations, the one that produced like many of the card games as well as many toys and manufacturers out there, we're looking for Mattel. Mattel.
Should have known that.
Tough luck, Chase. The cat has taken away your 1,000 off your score. But there's still plenty of time to accumulate here.
Okay, let's get it all back. Common bonds for 100, please.
Colored lights, pine trees, garlands. Eugene.
What are Christmas trees?
Yes.
Common bonds for 200.
Turtle doves, angels, ribbons. Eugene.
What are ornaments?
Correct.
Common bonds for 300.
Candy canes, gingerbreads, eggnogs. Chase.
What are holiday treats?
Yeah, or holiday cuisines would work.
Okay, common bonds for 400.
Kris Kringle, Babo Natal, Le Père Noël. David.
What are different names for Santa Claus?
That's it.
Common bonds for 500.
The Gift of God, That Midnight Hour, The 12 Days of Christmas. Eugene.
What are poems?
Good for 500.
Foreign words and phrases for 100.
To put it simply, when telling a person Gesundheit after a sneeze means this. Eugene.
What is bless you?
Why, thank you.
200 on words and phrases.
French for love affair, it's what romance comes from the name of eternal city. Eugene.
What is affaire d'amour?
Oui, monsieur.
300 on foreign words.
It's the exact day of the year when the Italians wished Buon Natale. David.
What is Christmas?
You're right again.
Foreign words and phrases for 400, please.
In Japanese, this is how you say winter. Ah. I know it sounds complicated, but it's rather cute if you ever hear this word fuyu. Fuyu means winter in Japanese. So that's again, David.
Foreign words and phrases for 500.
Auto de fe is when we associate with the Spanish inquest, but the manifestation in Portuguese means this. Chase?
What is an act of faith?
Good for 500.
Children's literature for 100.
Dr. Seuss published his book about a green cat-like creature that planned to do this on Christmas Eve. Eugene?
What is steel?
Yep, and a really mean, nasty one.
Children's literature for 200.
Tinkerbell drank the poison that this antagonist proposed for Peter Pan. Eugene?
Who's Captain Hook?
Yes.
Children's literature for 300.
In the first chapter of Wind in the Willows, he said, onion sauce, to a crowd of rabbits who have no adequate word of response. Chase?
Who is the mole?
The mole. You are right.
400.
In a Hans Christian Andersen tale, Thumbelina wakes up blooming out of this flower in a strange dreamland. Chase again.
What is a blossom?
A blossom is right. And now let's take a look at this last clue for 500 bucks. Here it comes. Title character, who was one of the 12 girls in 2 straight lines, had her appendix taken out by a French hospital run by nuns. Eugene.
Who is Madeline?
Madeline is correct. And with that said, that's the end of the first round. David is creeping his way out in 3rd place with 900. Chase is trailing in 2nd place with 1,300. And Eugene is leading with 2,700. Well, it's time to take it easy with those holiday clues, and let's get to know you guys for a few minutes. Eugene Kim is from Denver, Colorado, and has done a lot of journalism involving his favorite topics. Now, to be specific, Eugene, what types of journalism do you do?
The type of journalism I do is pretty much writing for entertainment stuff, so television shows, movies, and, comedy shows as well, because I like to hang out at comedy clubs.
So you enjoyed a lot of writing as far as informing those you kept in touch on social media, is that correct?
Yeah, I do enjoy writing it, as well as telling my readers about game show news and all sorts of cool stuff.
Well, great. Well, I can see you're doing very well in a lot of journalism, especially with your favorite topics. Well, keep up the good work.
Thanks.
David Washington comes to us from WDJB Television in Philadelphia, and I see that you have done some news business lately for how many years?
Well, so I've been in the news business for like 3 to 5 years, and it affects my life very well because I help out people when I bring them the news and information.
And I can see it has been effective very well for you. Well, good having you with us, Dave. For those who missed out our last program, ladies and gentlemen, is our reigning champion, Chase, who is also a journalist, but also likes to write on video games. So it's been 6 years since you came to us, champ, so how have you been doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much. Just been busy with my jobs, being the journalist and keeping my game collection going. Also working on plenty of side projects.
So, as far as the way you write, what do you exactly do when writing about video games in general?
Well, video game journalist, basically I kind of jot down what video games are popular and kind of go really in depth about video games to see what gets put into them and just the inner and the outer side of video games. That way eventually I can make my own, which currently I'm working on my first project. And also I've been doing a lot of video game music on the side.
Even when you're prepared to be on the show, do you also keep in touch with your video game collection too?
My massive video game collection? Oh, where would we begin?
You got a lot of time in the world, Chase, so talk away.
I'll quickly name them off. We got the NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U. Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and DS and a 3DS.
That's a lot of video game consoles you own.
Shall I go on? Quote unquote, I have a lot of video games.
Now, as far as Christmas goes, since it's around the corner, are you considering about getting more games for your collection, or do you think it's probably less important to get games?
Is there any that I haven't gotten yet? Truth be told, I'm sure my girlfriend would kill me if I got any more video games, but chances are I probably still will. You never know. But there might be some more important Christmas gifts this year than just video games. We'll see.
Well, I would agree on your part, because I'm sure that she'll agree the fact that it's giving is better than to receive. Especially, it's important to know that what you get for your friends and family is what matters to you. And believe me, it's what we all can relate to. And surely enough, in every store, during the holiday season gets really tight when it comes to Christmas shopping, even at the last minute. Well, good for you, Chase, and as I said, you're trailing for a bit, so things can change around in the next round. Well, folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll get set for the Wild Trivia round, so don't go away. Well, folks, we're about to embark ourselves to a difficult round, known as the Wild Trivia round. Dollar values are doubled, and there will be 2 bonus bets hidden in the board. The biggest part of the round is that every given clue will get more difficult as the game progresses. David is in 3rd place, so he'll get to go first as we begin the Wild Trivia round. Let's take a look at the subjects: world history, aviation, celebrities, mountains, and hodgepodge. Where to begin, David?
World history for 200.
In 1790, the mutineers of this ship began settling on the inhabited part of Pitcairn Island. Chase?
What was the Bounty?
HMS Bounty is correct.
World history for 400.
As a British resident, he traveled to New York for his famous 1880 Nooks and Crannies muffin invention. Chase?
Who was Thomas?
Samuel Thomas, correct.
World history for 600, please.
During the Battle of Arbela, this conqueror fought against the Persian armies at the Achaemenid Empire in 334 BC. Chase again.
Who was Alexander the Great?
That's right.
World history for 800.
The Japanese army invaded this Filipino Gulf when they launched kamikaze attacks by launched planes. They surrendered by force in 1942. The Gulf where were to be fought in the Philippine Sea is the Liek Gulf. Select again, Chase.
World history for 1000.
Historically, this 19th century religious group believed that a mistletoe was a spirit symbol since it had no roots on Earth. David.
What are the sorcerers of droidism?
Can you please be specific?
Who are the droids?
That's it. The Druids is what we're looking for.
Thank you. Hodgepodge for 200.
In December 1955, this man led a boycott of a bus system in Montgomery, Alabama. Chase.
Who was Martin Luther King Jr.?
Martin Luther King Jr., yes.
Hodgepodge for 400.
If you have read a Mad magazine before, you'll be able to recognize this gap-toothed boy on every cover, seen here. David.
Who is Alfred Newman?
Alfred Newman is correct, yes.
Aviation for 200.
Okay. The British-French Concorde and the Russian Tu-144 are these commercial jets to fly twice the speed of sound. David.
What are supersonic transporters?
Also known as SSTs, correct.
Aviation for 400.
Before the Hindenburg, it was the first airship ever built, named after a German pioneer. David again.
What was the Graf Zeppelin?
Graf Zeppelin, yes.
Aviation for 6.
Of 3, 5, or 10, the actual number of the enemy aircraft must be shut down so the military aviator will be qualified as a flying ace. Eugene.
What is 10?
Nope, sorry. David.
What is 5?
That's it.
Aviation for 800.
Flights 370 and 17 of this airline were the two Boeing 777 jets that suffered accidents in 2014. One disappeared in the Indian Ocean, one was shot down over Ukraine. Chase.
What is Malaysian Airlines?
Yeah, talk about those planes that were lost in 1 year. Very tragic indeed.
Hodgepodge for 600.
For what you just heard is an actual famous choir that was credited in Reagan Bass's The Little Drummer Boy for their music score. Eugene.
What is the Vienna Boys Choir?
Good for 600.
Hodgepodge for 800.
In 1798, this holiday is named for a prison to accommodate the French Revolution. Chase.
What is Bastille Day?
Bastille Days is correct.
Hodgepodge for 1000, please.
On December 1st, 1988, this network company offered the highest amount of $401 million to capture the rights to the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Eugene.
What is the ABC network?
No. Chase.
What is NBC?
That's it, NBC.
Let's finish up aviation for 1000.
And what you just revealed is our first bonus bet in this wild trivia round. It might pay off if you were to double your score, Chase. So what's your bet?
I'll go for 1200, please.
For 1200, here's your clue. He was the Japanese chief engineer to design the Mitsubishi A6M Zero fighter planes to combat obstacles as dogfighters and sink warships as kamikazes.
No idea.
Well, if you're familiar with the movie The Wind Rises by Hayao Miyazaki, you'll probably know this was adapted as a biopic on Jiro Horikoshi, who designed these planes in World War II. That cost you $1,200, but there's still plenty of time to accumulate. Go again.
Celebrities for $200.
In 1999, many people think Oprah Winfrey received a gold medal from this foundation, but others convinced she didn't. David.
What is the National Book Foundation?
You're right.
Celebrities for $400.
For the first time in 2010, he made several passing records that led the Green Bay Packers to win the Super Bowl 45. Chase.
Who is Aaron Rodgers?
One of the most famous quarterbacks in the NFL. Yes.
Celebrities for $600, please.
After the death of this actor and comedian, beloved fans trended a depression awareness from his cause in August 2014. Chase again.
Who was Robin Williams?
Yes, quite of a shame that he died young.
Celebrities for $800.
As a coordinator, he not only trained Sean Connery to do martial arts in 007's Never Say Never Again, but he is also the first American star to teach Aikido in Japan. I thought so. I know that most fans would know him. He was above the law, he was hard to kill, he was marked for death, and was put into under siege on a battleship. Steven Seagal. Shall we wrap up the subject, Chase?
Celebrities for $1,000, please.
In 1990, the FCC fined this celebrity for $2.5 million for broadcasting his inappropriate material from his radio show. Chase?
Who is Howard Stern?
Howard Stern, yes.
Mountains for $200.
According to the Hawaiians, they say Hawaii has this highest mountain, which is considered to be located as an island. David?
What is Mauna Kea?
Mauna Kea, yes. 1 minute left in this round, so let's wrap it up.
400, please.
Liechtenstein, the only alpine country that is located within these snowy glaciers. David?
What are the Alps?
Yes.
600.
The mountainous area in New South Wales. Australia borders on Sydney's metropolitan province. Chase?
What are the Blue Mountains?
Right.
800.
When Mount Everest was scaled in 1953, this highest peak in the Himalayas climbed to a greater scale. Chase?
What is the K2 mountain?
No. Eugene?
What is Annapurna?
Annapurna is right, and now you get the last bonus bet in this round. This is the closest match that we've ever gotten, Eugene, so you may narrow the gap if you were to bet the whole thing.
Carpe diem, I'm going all the way, Craig. Let's make it a true daily double.
That'll put you close. Here's your clue. 2 of the 3 holy mountains located in Japan.
What are Mount Fuji and Mount Haku?
That is correct, and mountain is one of them. So that wraps up the Wild Trivia round in perfect timing. We see that David has finished in third place with 4,300, Eugene is in second with 5,000, and Chase is narrowing the gap with 5,900 in first place. It's a really close match, so things might change in our final round known as the Mega Trivia round. Who will take the crown at the end with the most money? Would it be David, Eugene, or our returning champ Chase? We'll find out as we get ready to battle it off right after these words. Stay tuned. Three players finished with a tight game, so things may change in our third and final match, known as the Mega Trivia round. It's everyone's game, so we'll see where they'll end up. For this final round, we'll review these 4 subjects to determine which to wipe out for the only given clue. Chase, as reigning champ, you have the honor to go first. Choose a category that you don't want me to give out.
Well, I would go mad if I don't choose explorers. So let's take out mad scientists.
Too much madness to give out, I see. Alright, so that subject is now thrown away. How about you, Eugene?
Science isn't my type. Take out 20th century science.
I don't blame you. David, it's time to narrow it down. What would you choose?
Astronomy.
So our subject for tonight is explorers. Take a moment, players, and make your bets. And now that the bets are locked into our panels, it's time to take a look at this clue for you and for you folks at home. Here it is. Discovered on the last eve of December 1777, this British navigator gave Christmas Island its name. Good luck, players. You have 30 seconds. David, you're in third place with 4,300. So your question is, who was Captain Cook? The British explorer of the Royal Navy had visited the northern line island of Kirimiti, which is what the island is called today. That means that you will add your 4,300 with how much cash? 700. You're now tied with Eugene at 5,000. Speaking of which, Eugene, let's see what you responded. You also wrote down Captain James Cook, which is even more correct. And I can see that you have also doubled up your score to $10,000. Wow. Well, you're now in first place, so let's see if that can retain your lead. Our reigning champ, Chase, who's been with us since 2009 and 2010, you're at 5,900. Let's see if everyone wants to see you keep winning. Did you write down James Cook? You sure did. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If my math is correct, you must bet at least more than 4,100 in order to stay in the hot spot. So let's see what you risked. 4,901. You have remained champion at $10,801. Congratulations. With your previous winnings on $20,400 in cash you won, that gives you a grand total of $31,201. Plus, as a holiday treat, you have won yourself a gift certificate of any train set provided by Lionel Trains as part of the surprise column. Now, Chase, with the money that you've won by using the knowledge to prove yourself as a quiz show champ, think you can retain the podium as a rich man?
You bet I will.
Well, I think so too. Plus, I know your girlfriend will be so proud of you for making your way up. So we'll see you in the next show, as well as seeing two new players who will battle it off with knowledge and nerve. Thank you for playing trivia, everyone. And join us again next time with more answers and questions. Have a very Merry Christmas, and have a happy and golden New Year. Take care.